How did we do yesterday if we are Donald Trump?
Well, I feel okay about it. I don't think there were any, as I've heard said over and over again, probably no knockout punches thrown. But I must tell you, this issue of his statement and what it portends, and oh my God, it's the end of the republic because he says he won't. He didn't know. He didn't know if he'd support Hillary Clinton if she was. Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to support Hillary Clinton if she's elected. I don't care what, and I don't support Barack Obama. And the idea that all of a sudden everybody has to fall in line because that's the way the Electoral College turns out. Well, no, it's not that way at all. And I know, in fact, he's talking about the possibility of widespread voter fraud. It is a distinct possibility. It happens everywhere. It happened in my own election. It has happened in Colorado over and over again. We have counties here that turned in more votes, Democrat counties that turned in more votes than there were people living in those counties. It's happened on numerous occasions. We've had illegal aliens voting, and when a Republican poll watcher tried to challenge them, they're thrown out of the voting booth, of the voting office. So, and that's just here. It's massive. It's all over the country. People say, well, there are very few prosecutions. Well, right, yeah, that's true. It's because they don't prosecute it. It's like, how many people in New York get a ticket for jaywalking? Well, not many probably, but how many jaywalk? Thousands, right. It's because nobody does prosecute that you've got massive voter fraud. The reason why they don't even want, and they fight like crazy to stop the voter ID requirement of a driver's license is because they want voter fraud. There is no other reason. You and I both know it's BS to say, well, those people, it's racist, and they'd be upset, and oh my God, they'd have to go to their safe place and their quiet place, and we'd have to give them counseling because they were asked for a voter ID. Hogwash.
No. So okay. So you don't have a problem, I think, unlike the RNC, which didn't criticize Trump but has pledged to respect the results of the election. You disagree, which I disagree too. I mean, how could you pledge right now? I mean, and then what? If there's chicanery, are you telling me, Congressman, that Hillary doesn't have lawyers and they will challenge the election if they think there was fraud?
Hey, I think it happened, didn't it, with Democrats? I think they've claimed fraud in a number of elections. I think they've taken it to court. I think they believe there's been voter fraud. But what, it only happens against Democrats? You bet that she'd be doing it if she thought, especially if she thought that she could get a sympathetic judge to rule in her favor, which she probably could.